One of the reasons for my choosing to do the research that I'm doing is because when I looked across at all the different denominations and the issues that they are facing, the arguments that they are constantly employed in, it seemed to me that they all were falling within the same sort of category, and that would come under the umbrella of gender. Whether we're talking about women being ordained within the church, whether we're talking about the issues of homosexuality and whether priests should be allowed to marry same-sex partners, whether we're dealing with the acceptance of transgender people within the church, all of these things are areas that come under the umbrella of gender. And within that, I then started to look at, if we took away this whole notion of a binary gender construct, what impact would this actually have on the way we do church, on how we can be more inclusive, more accepting, more appreciative of the talents that all people can actually bring and use to the service of God? Because all of the things which we talk about, sexism, patriarchalism, misogyny, these all only can exist if we decide that all human beings are either male or female. Because it's only when you have an either or that you actually can have one thing being better than the other, being superior to the other. And only when you have male and female in that way can you then have things like transgender, because you can go then from one to the other, and you then have things like heterosexuality and homosexuality. So if we remove the gender binary construct, then we can actually remove all the things that are creating division within the church, and we can actually have a far more inclusive church. But how can we remove something which we take so much for granted? And what is the scriptural basis with which to actually decide to do that? Well, that's exactly what I'm hoping to find out with doing my research. I do believe that there are scriptural grounds for accepting that it's not about each one of us being either male or female. It's about each of us being both male and female, and about living the fullness of our gender. We are made in God's image. God is both male and female, and so should each one of us be. And I also believe that the verses in Galatians, the baptismal formula in 3:28, when it talks about no Jew nor Greek, about no slave or free, and no male or female, is talking about how, in order to bring heaven to earth, we have to get rid of the divisions which we have set up between people, and that includes the division of gender. So that's what I'm looking at doing, is seeing how we can truly make a more inclusive church by removing the divisions, and especially the division of gender. So watch this space.